Furious. Harry Bitten head off as turning back on privilege despite given a voice stuff matters. This claim's been made by commentator and Robert Rinder at the Good Morning Britain show. The conversation there revolved around Meghan Markle's claim to have a mental health warning written alongside every tabloid newspaper. While Jobson and Reid agreed, Rinder took an opposite stance and admitted, "I don't agree with Susanna on this one," quietly and calmly, "but I think Susanna's entitled to be wrong from time to time. I don't think any more minds them using their platform for campaigning about mental health. All of their extraordinary work, the Invictus Games, the equal pay work the Duchess of Sussex does, all of that stuff matters. What people at home struggle with, what they cannot tolerate or frankly they will never accept is the degree of hypocrisy claiming that the tabloids are on the one hand are terrible things when of course they rely on the oxygen of that publicity. Secondly, is Instagram toxic bearing in mind the things they could do? He complains probably validly about what happened to the late Princess Diana. Yet is prepared to take money from Netflix that is distorting the truth about what happened in her final days, so much so that Jemima Khan, who was an advisor on that show, has walked off. It's hypocrisy the British public can't stand, isn't it? Prince Charles spoiled Prince Harry's christening for Princess Diana with a tactless comment to her mother, Diana once claimed in an interview, adding that Charles' shutters came down after that fateful day. Much speculation has surrounded the christening of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's daughter Lilibet Diana since her birth in June. Questions remain over whether it will happen here in the UK, in the US, or even at all. Some reports suggest Harry wishes for his daughter to be christened at Windsor with the Queen present. The Duke of Sussex was christened there himself, as was Lily's brother Archie 2 years ago. A royal source told Eden Confidential in July that the Sussexes are happy to wait until circumstances allow for Lily to be christened. Among members of the royal family, christenings have been very special, and often public affairs. Pictures have often been released of members of the firm gathered together for the ceremony. Meghan and Harry broke tradition with Archie's christening, however, opting for a private and close-knit ceremony. Since the baptism of Queen Victoria's daughter Princess Victoria in 1841, royal babies have all worn the same lace christening gown, or at least a replica of it. The Queen commissioned her dressmaker, Angela Kelly, to create an exact copy of the original in 2004. This was then worn by James, Viscount of Severn, at his 2008 christening. Harry wore the original at his christening in 1984, a day that Charles put his foot in it, with a comment described as tactless by royal author Angela Levin in her book Harry, Conversations with the Prince. The ceremony took place on December 21, 1984 at St. George's Chapel, Windsor, when Harry was only 3 months old. Diana spoke candidly about her battle with postpartum depression in her interview with Martin Bashir in 1995, and admitted this made her bulimia worse. Although she chose to hide her mood when royal duties demanded, she admitted the joy of Harry's christening was ruined by her then-husband. She told Andrew Morton in 1991 that Charles made a comment to her mother which triggered a furious reaction. She said, "Charles went to talk to my mother at Harry's christening and said, 'We were so disappointed we thought it would be a girl.' Mummy snapped his head off, saying, 'You should realize how lucky you are to have a child that's normal.'